In today's video, I thought what I would do is walk you around my favorite thrift store in the Twin Cities, Abolite in Minnetonka, Minnesota, and kind of think out loud with you as I go and let you know what I'm looking for, what I'm thinking about when I go up and down those hard good aisles, and what I ended up picking up that day, and show you why it is that I love Abolite so much. So as I was walking up to Abolite, it's only like 4:30 or 4:45 at night, but look how dark it is. As I was walking up to Abolite, I ran into this group of ladies who stopped me and said, I follow you. Do you have a YouTube channel? They drove up from Rochester. We had the nicest conversation. So I hope you guys are watching. So I want to walk you through what I'm thinking about when I walk into the thrift store. Just kind of how my brain works. I thought that might be helpful a little bit to see the things that I'm seeing. And I've done videos at Abolite before. They have a whole section off to the right there of holiday. They have it up all of the time. I especially like the hard goods here. I will put in screenshots of what some of these things, and maybe they're still there, but what some of these things have sold for on eBay. And it's an important thing to remember that when you're out sourcing for things, it doesn't matter one bit what people list things for. So when you go looking and you use Google Lens and you find an eBay listing that says, I'm going to list this plate for $125, that doesn't matter. What you need to do is toggle on the sold, and it will gather from the last 90 days what that item sold for. And then putting a little more context into what you should be picking up. Talk about sell-through rate. If you look at those sold items and you see they're 50% off, they run tag color sales. If you see that 8 plates have sold, but you go back in and you see that only 2 plates are for sale, like that certain pattern, that's a wonderful sell-through rate. More are selling than what is listed. But if you go in and you see that 2 plates have sold, you go back into what is listed and there are 1,422 plates listed. That's a bad sell-through rate. That's not a great pickup. So not only do you look at the solds, but if you want to get a little more technical, you will also check the sell-through rate. I love grabbing wooden boxes that are vintage and the hand painted. So that was my first purchase of the night. I would tell you not to focus just on what I'm doing, which is like that middle row. You got to look up and you got to look down. Sometimes the best treasures are down at the lower shelves. If you can get down there and then get back up, that's a really good thing. But everybody's looking there. Everyone's putting things back there, but not everyone takes the time to go down onto the lower shelves, and I have found some wonderful treasures. So that's another tip. So I'm going through rather fast and looking up and down. This was the first item that I saw that really caught my eye. Again, an ethnic, something unique, something original. I already have this one listed on eBay. I put things in my cart and then I will go over to the side. They actually have furniture here. I'll go sit down on one of the couches and I'll take a peek and do exactly what I'm telling you. I'll look at how many are listed. I'll look at how many sold. If I can't find it, sometimes I'll do a little digger deeping. They have individual silverware priced very reasonably. I bet you could find some sterling silver in there if you dug. So that I look at silverware. I'm always glancing for vintage dishes, mid-century modern. I'll pick up pottery. Signed artist pottery is one of my favorites. You could spend hours here. The items are so organized. Everything is very, very neat. They play lovely music, sometimes faith-based music, Christmas music. Love. There's that furniture section right there. The other thing that they have in that area is mobility items. When my mom was taking care of my mom and she needed a wheelchair literally like now, we stopped in here and Brian stayed outside with her and we ran in. I found one exactly her size. So mobility items at Abolite. I just did a video on asking your opinion on shiny bright ornaments. I am now looking for them. I did not grow up with a Christmas tree. I wasn't able to get one until I was an adult. That's a whole nother story. I did a video on the crazy life I grew up with and how reselling saved me. But I didn't know about shiny brights, and I did a video at Buffalo Nickel, which, by the way, if you're out in that area, Buffalo, Minnesota, you need to stop there at Christmas time. It's lovely. And talked about shiny brights and asked some questions. And now I am on the hunt for intricate looking shiny brights. I'm always talking to you about this book section. This whole area, I've never seen this before, but this whole little cart had individual books on it that were vintage and individually marked. Otherwise, they have pricing that's specific to if you buy a certain number of books, kids' books, adult books. I ended up putting this one back, but that one looked interesting to me. So I'm always, and I will bring it up again, always looking for the Martha Stewart entertaining book. Any of the vintage Martha Stewart signed books are really worth some money. So I'm always looking for that. And then the Julia Child one, I'll put in a screenshot of that. That's another one. Just take a peek, think about what's vintage, think about like celebrity cooks, and then if you open it up and find that they're signed, I absolutely would encourage you to take a peek in eBay, which is why I love eBay. I also sell on Poshmark. I think they're a great complement to each other, but eBay is king in terms of what people are looking for, the unique, the vintage, the different, the weird. And that is right up my alley. I love, so there's that Martha Stewart that I was looking at. So I did run a comp. That one was an average book, which people sell books now on eBay for $5 and free shipping. That's a volume seller. You are selling so much and sending so much out that that's the only way you can make money. I did change my store to free shipping. I think it's working really, really well. I raised my prices by a few dollars. Anything that was really heavy, I did put back to calculated shipping. We live in Minnesota. A lot of things I sell go to California, and that always costs a lot of money. So if it's heavy, I think I'll lose money on that deal. So I put the heavier items back to calculated shipping. I have sold a lot of dream catchers, and this one went right in my cart. People do love these. I don't know if the square versus the round. Normally they're round, if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that was worth the pickup for me. If you like artwork, the signed prints are valuable. When I shop at the Goodwill bins, I have taken signed prints out of the frames. The cost at the Goodwill bins has gone sky high. In fact, the ladies that I ran into told me that I really do need to go to the St. Paul bins. I've only been to the Chaska and the Brooklyn Park. They told me that the hard goods in St. Paul were good, so I'm going to take them up on that idea. Linens. I love looking through the linens. I found Ralph Lauren bedding for our guest room, and just recently had to send that off to the textile recycling. It was a little worn when I purchased it, and the guest room has gotten a lot of use. Both boys have come home and lived while they were in between places. So Ralph Lauren bedding. There are some plush that really, really can sell for good money, vintage ones, unique ones. If you're into plush, that's a market that you could maybe find some good deals on. I always come home and wash them right away. I just always think, well, where have they been? And so plush, for me to buy it, I almost always will have to, unless it's a really, really good one. I will always have to buy something that I can throw in the washing machine and then air dry. I've sold several like utility backpacks, crossbodies like this. I was kind of looking for a good brand name on that. They have vintage Barbie dolls, vintage Barbie doll clothing. I would look through that. I also like in this particular store to look for vintage, large ruffled party dresses. I like their kids' vintage clothing, and I also think they're priced really, really reasonably here. My advice to you, if you're just getting started and you have a favorite, now clothing is not my favorite, but if you have you could do the same, it's the same concept, but if you have a favorite thing that you like, dolls, vintage pottery, vintage framed artwork, candlestick, whatever you kind of maybe gravitate towards and like, go in and do what I just said. Put that in and go in eBay, search, and go to the solds and search high to low. See what the highest vintage candlesticks are going for. Globes. I have sold globes. I really think there's a market. Even those ones that are floor height, those do really, really well. Globes, for example, go in and put the word globe in and see, searching high to low in the solds. Then you'll start to learn for yourself what you should really be focusing on. And once you do this repetitively, go into these thrift stores like I have been, you will start to just kind of look and know what it is you should be looking for. But that's really how I started this journey, was picking out the things. Vintage doll furniture, that's a whole market. I always will turn that over and look at vintage doll furniture. That's why I love hard goods. There's something for everybody. Collectors are going to continue to collect. If you can offer the lowest pricing, good customer service, package it well, ship it in one day, you're going to stay competitive in this growing reselling market. So pick what you like. Absolutely 1000% start with what's in your home, whether it's a little tiny home, whether it's a gigantic home, whether you've inherited things from your family. Start with what you have at home, and then you'll find if this is something for you. This is what my cart ended up with, those little clogs. I bought 4 pieces and spent $14.